is a much better way to raise your heart rate.
Actually, I was hoping for another set.
Roxy, please.
I'll do all the work, darling.
You know, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Then come here.
Even if I could, my love, I can't. I'm late already. I'll call you.
Spoil sport.
So is he gone?
Everyone's gone. The gym's closed.
That's a relief. I was starting to feel like a poached salmon.
Serves you right. The next time you want to surprise me with a visit, call first.
Then it wouldn't be a surprise, would it? I didn't know you had a regular Friday thing with him.
You keep secrets from me, so it seems only fair that I should keep a few from you.
We share so much. What's a few secrets? I've got something special for us in the gym.
Did you make an appointment?
Not yet. Have your parents arrived?
No, not yet.
What do we got?
Victim's name is Roxy McCall.
Fitness queen of Palm Beach. How'd she die?
Strangulation, rope belt around the throat. The ME says the approximate time of death somewhere between 7 and midnight. He'll know more after the autopsy.
Who found her body?
Tina Hart. She's an aerobics instructor here. Manages a place. She's waiting for us in the office.
I got here about 8. I open up the gym on Saturdays, and there she was. I called you guys, and like that.
No sign of forced entry?
Nope.
You don't sound too broken up over Roxy's murder.
I'm not. It's not like society has lost one of its greats.
If you didn't like her, why'd you work here? There's plenty of other sweatshops in Palm Beach.
Not that are going to pay me the kind of money I'm making now. I started here the day Roxy and Nino opened the doors.
Who's Nino?
Nino Cunetto. This whole place was his idea.
We were under the impression that this was owned by Roxy,
Roxy and Nino were partners when this place opened.
but no longer.
Roxy shafted him right before everything took off.
Give me.
The shirt stud. I don't suppose you saw anyone with Roxy who was wearing a tuxedo, did you?
As a matter of fact, I did. Harmon Lang.
Palm Beach's higher flyers.
Is he a regular here at the club?
Yeah, but not to work out. He and Roxy used to like to get it on here in the office during a class. He was here last night.
Did you see him leave?
He left right after I finished my last class.
Was their relationship purely physical?
With Roxy, it was always hard to tell. But she claimed that he and she were engaged.
Was she going out with anyone besides Lang?
I think he was the only guy she was seeing.
The only guy.
Roxy had a fairly broad approach to sex.
So she was bisexual.
Oh, yeah. But the only thing she'd turned down was roadkill.
Thanks, bye. Lang's housekeeper said he's in New York on business, won't be back till Monday.
How convenient.
Isn't it? Do you want to talk to this Nino? Can I talk?
Sure. Do you want to come for dinner tonight with my parents at my place?
Your father cooking?
Yep.
You're on.
Let's call New York and get Harmon Lang on the next plane back here.
Okay, Greta, that's good, that's good, that's good. Feel that pull right in there. Right in there, right there. Looking good. Keep pumping. You stay here. You keep feeling that pull. I'll get the door.
Nino Canal? Yeah, I'm Sergeant Tom Ryan, Sergeant St. John, Palm Beach PD. Can we speak to you for a moment, please?
Yeah, sure. Come on in.
We won't take more than a minute of your time. Promise. Hello.
All right. So what'd I do?
Roxy McCall was found murdered this morning.
Now, there's a piece of good news. What happened?
Well, sometime last night between 7 and midnight, someone strangled her in the gym.
And you want to know my whereabouts?
If you can pull yourself together, yeah, we would.
I was right here. All right? I spent the night with someone. Her name's Tina Hart.
The instructor at Roxy's gym?
The same. Hey, come on. Back it off a turn. It's not like Tina and I are the first two co-workers to get it on.
Can't argue that.
Miss Hart alleges that Roxy blew you out of the business one day, and the next, boom, it was the hottest workout spot in Palm Beach.
Well, Tina tells her right.
Boy, if it was me, I would be resentful.
I am resentful. Whole thing was my idea. I work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on the place, and she screws me over.
Did you pursue legal action?
Oh, yeah. Until I ran out of money.
Hey, just a second. Two.
Hey, Dad!
Hey, son. Goodness. Where's Mom? She decided to stay home at the last minute.
Oh, you're kidding. Was she okay?
Oh, sure. Still out of fighting weight. Speaking of which, you look like you're staying fit.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Listen, I'm in the middle of something down at the station. I gotta get back there. I invited Cassie for dinner tonight. Is that okay with you?
Sure. I know my way around. I'll call your mom and tell her I arrived here safe and sound.
You're okay.
No, I flew 1,500 miles to tell you I'm not. Go! All right, I'll see you when you're done.
Does this tuxedo stud belong to you, Mr. Lang?
Yes, it's mine. I presume you found it in Roxy's office?
We did? Do you want to tell us why?
Roxy and I had a kind of standing Friday evening tryst. We met in her office.
While classes were going on.
Yes.
Tina Hart told us that Roxy said that the two of you were to be married.
That's right.
So you meet, you make love, then what?
It was late, so I dressed quickly and left.
And you went directly to the Junior League ball, correct?
That's what I said in my statement, yes.
Did you stop anywhere? Did you buy a drink? Make a phone call?
Mr. Lang.
On my way, I realized that I lost that shirt stud. I turned back to see if I could find it. When I got there, the Lights were off, the gym was closed, so I let myself in with a key Roxy gave me, and I saw them.
Who?
Roxy was with someone. They were naked and kissing.
And then what did you do?
I went home and got another set of tuxedo studs. My housekeeper can verify that.
So you're telling me that you saw your fiancée with another guy, and you just merrily went on your way to the ball?
Yes.
You just put it out of your mind that your fiancée was in a lip lock with a young testosterone stallion.
Don't bait me, Sergeant.
That was a corner on the phone. They found smudges of a woman's lipstick on Roxy's right ear and neck. Hypoallergenic to boot.
Oops. Either there's something about yourself that you're not telling us, Mr. Lang, or you got a lousy set of eyes.
Yes, it was a woman.
Who?
I couldn't see her face. Look, I admit being angry, humiliated, but I am not the murderer.
Mr. Lang, we'll talk to you again when we get the coroner's exact time of death. Thank you. You're free to go. I don't buy it. Him just driving away after seeing his fiancée with another woman? I wouldn't.
Jealousy, rage, hurt. That's not bad motives for murder.
So, Holly and me, we put our shoulders against it and break it down. There, in the room, in this smoke and flame-filled room on the floor, is this gorgeous woman. Now, she's not even breathing a little. So, without any hesitation, Holly's down there giving us CPR.
She did?
That's what I thought. So Holly blows a couple of times, and hello, she starts coughing. So he scoops her up, throws her over his shoulder, and we're out of the building just as the roof crashes in.
Well, that must have been one thankful woman.
Yeah, but here's the deal. We get outside, and Holly's a little ahead of me, and this broad's wig falls off. And there's a crew cut underneath it.
Holly was giving mouth-to-mouth to a drag queen?
And to make matters worse, every year he gets a Christmas card from the guy with his picture on it, no less.
Do you want me to help you with the dishes?
No, let Tom do that.
Yeah. That's fair.
Hey, I like the way this man thinks. Okay, well, I'm gonna call it a night then. Thank you for dinner, Liam. You really are a magical chef. Tom, you want to meet at Roxy's office in the morning?
Yeah. Deal. I'll see you then.
Night.
So, Dad, this is how you're spending your retirement, huh? Telling stories and doing dishes.
You might as well ask, Tommy.
All right, why are you here without Mom?
We decided to spend some time in neutral corners.
And why would you need to do that?
Our marriage may be over.
After 38 years, hello, goodbye, that's it, it's over. I'm a cop, I don't go for flimsy excuses they don't hold.
All right, we're always at each other. The slightest disagreement turns into a world war.
Who lives the first shell?
Don't put all the blame on me.
I'm not putting the blame on you, I'm just asking what's wrong.
Did you think if I knew I'd fix it?
Yeah, I think you might, but it's gotta be something.
Like what?
I don't know, I'm not a psychiatrist. If I was a psychiatrist... When Cassie and I were breaking up, they always asked us about our sex life. Is it something about that? Has it changed, or...?
Oh, is that what they taught you living here in Palm Beach? Ask a question like that, you ought to be ashamed.
All right, forget that question. Is it your finances? Are they all right?
That's why I took the early retirement, to make sure of it. Maybe we're just tired of each other. Everything else has a lifespan, why not a marriage?
You think that?
If there's another answer, I'm listening.
I still say we're wasting our time. It's a slam dunk. Harmon's got means, opportunity, motive, the other woman. Short of a confession, what do you want?
Well, so you just kill her? No conversation, no how comes, how could you? You just strangle her? That doesn't wash with me.
I think it's a lost cause. I mean, if Roxy was discreet enough, we're not gonna find anything. I mean, do you keep a list of guys that you've been dating?
Yeah, I do.
What is it with women smoking cigars these days? Is this an attack on the last stronghold of men? The stogie? I'm young, I'm open-minded, I'm adventurous, but I don't get that.
Oh, Tom, have you ever been to a place called It's Me?
No.
Oh, boy, hotshot. Are we about to test your definition of open-minded? And not to mention your sense of adventure.
Do you love me too?
I'm open-minded, I'm open-minded, I'm open-minded.
Big fibber, you've been here before, haven't you?
Can you tell me where the manager is, please? Which one? Whoa, what are you doing in an electrical storm? Hey!
You big flirt.
Look at this.
Excuse me, ladies. I'm Sergeant Ryan. This is Sergeant St. John, Palm Beach PD. Which one of you is the manager?
I'm Marlene. What can I do for you?
You're a man.
Am I?
We'd like to ask you a few questions about Roxy McCall.
Yeah, did you know her?
Everybody knew Roxy. She was a regular here. She always seemed to be having a good time.
I don't know half of it.
When was the last time you saw Roxy?
She was in, I guess, a couple of nights ago. She was with a very to-die-for femme. Blonde, 30s. They'd been in a few times together.
Do you know her name?
What's in a name? Really? But you know, now that I think about it, a very cut ohm joined their table that night. They had a bit of a tiff.
Big tiff or a little tiff?
Broken glasses tiff. He was way non-control. It really made his cuts deep.
Did you get a name? Yeah, right. What's in a name? Really?
You are very cute. You a significant other?
Yes, I'm actually very deeply involved with my sanity.
Huh?
Thank you. You've been a really big help. If you can think of anything else, if you could please give me a call. Or feel free to call Sergeant Ryan.
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Nino, Sergeant Ryan, open up.
Nino, we need to talk.
What can I do for you?
You ever heard of a bar called It's Me?
Sure. Nice jammies.
Thank you.
Oh, please, come in.
Oh, why don't you tell Tina to come on out? I recognize your perfume. It's a girl thing.
Ooh, better jammies.
Yeah, all right, all right. So ask your questions.
The manager at the It's Me said that you were there a couple of nights ago with Roxy.
So?
So, she said that the two of you had a fight and you stormed off.
You failed to mention that the last time we talked.
It was no big deal. We were discussing a business arrangement, that's all. Okay, I mean, sure, things may have gotten a little heated, but it was nothing.
Nothing? Getting cheated out of millions is nothing?
Cheated? That's a pretty strong verb, Tina.
Please, Nino, tell them.
When the gym began to slip, Roxy says it's got to be a one-person show. So she offers to buy me out as a gesture of friendship.
So how much did she give you?
20 grand. A week later, she sells to some big corporation for $1.7 million. They keep her on, they pump money into the place, they franchise it out, and 18 months later, the whole thing's worth tens of millions.
We asked them for our fair share. They said no.
Our fair share.
Yeah, Tina and I are engaged.
Boy, there's a lot of that going around, isn't there?
Anyway, we tried to sue them.
Yeah, but the lawyers, they ain't the 20 grand that Roxy gave me in a heartbeat.
So you met with Roxy?
Yeah, I met with Roxy to ask her to do the right thing. And she told me to stick it.
Now, when you were with her at the bar that night, who was she with?
Some little toy, goes by the name of Angel. I'd never seen her before.
What's the name of this corporation?
Lang Limited.
Nino, you got so many motives, it's hard to pick the right one. Was it resentment? The shafting on the money? Humiliation? What?
Whoa, what are you talking about? I thought this was a non-issue. Hey, I've got an alibi, and you know it.
Yeah, but you're engaged to your alibi. She's sort of a biased witness, wouldn't you say?
Tina, is your lipstick hypoallergenic?
No.
Well, then you wouldn't mind if we test it, would you?
Why?
Oh, don't make me do the warrant thing. Thank you.
So Lang is out and this guy Marsh is in. I don't get it.
Thank you.
Whew, you think Harry would mind if we decorated the bullpen like this?
Why would Lang give all this up?
Oh, what did happen to Lang?
Retired, quit? Who knows? If I had his kind of money, I'd travel the world, listen to the people tell their story, write the perfect lyrics, compose the perfect song.
It'd be a long trip.
Well, maybe he was pushed out. This guy that replaced him, Taylor Marsh, probably a Wharton-trained killer. They ate old school guys like Lang all day long. You see, that makes sense. Big-time guy like Marsh, he'd have the polish to have a box of cohibas.
Actually, they're macanudos. Cohibas are illegal. Hi, I'm Taylor Marsh.
You're a woman.
So I've been told.
But I...
Common mistake. I think my father wanted a son.
I'm Sergeant St. John, Sergeant Ryan, my partner, Palm Beach PD.
The receptionist said you wanted to talk to me about Roxy McCall. Tragic situation. I want to tell you we were all shocked and saddened by her death.
How well did you know her?
A little. I should have known her better. She was, after all, about to be family. Harmon Lang is my father.
Oh.
I came to work for my father right after college. And no, I didn't get where I am today because I'm the owner's daughter. In fact, I had to work twice as hard, stayed twice as long because of it. Broke up my marriage.
What about Roxy? You said you hardly knew her, but your father's going to marry her.
You have to understand my father. He's a player. Since my mother's died, he's had one after another. He married two of them.
So you didn't take the marriage seriously?
On the contrary, I took it very seriously. Mainly because the minute Roxy came into his life, he more or less abandoned the business. He wanted to devote more of his time to her and her company. Luckily, I was prepared to assume the day-to-day operations.
Do you know someone named Nino Canetto?
If it's the same Nino Canetto who filed this frivolous suit against us, you bet I do.
He doesn't seem to think it's frivolous.
But it is. Roxy McCall offers him a graceful out on a dying business, and he took it. My father steps in and breathes new life and cash into it, and now Canetto wants more. It's totally groundless.
Do you think we could get a copy of that?
Sure. Follow me.
So, do you do all your own photocopying?
And word processing and phone calls. When I took over Lang Limited, I cut the overhead by 30%. I figured if I didn't set the example for hard work, who would? Ah, cars. That's better. Usually I find perfect reproductions of completely naked women.
Look at these copies. These look like the original pictures.
When you're paying $35,000 for a color copier, they're better.
The Secret Service got this guy with $300,000 worth of perfectly cut and copied $20 bills. Claimed he was trying to make mobiles out of them or something. He used a copy machine just like this one. Can you believe that?
You done?
Yeah.
Thank you. Miss Marsh, where does the Canetto suit against your company now stand?
I suggested a settlement as a way of getting rid of the nuisance. Harmon and Roxy vetoed it. In fact, they insisted we countersue. We served Mr. Canetto with papers last week.
And how did Nino react to that?
He punched out the process server and said he'd see Roxy in hell first.
So, now we have an angry ex-partner and a lovesick father as suspects.
Both were alibied at the time of death.
We need to find out who the woman was with Roxy the night
You
of the
really
murder.
think it was a woman?
Come on, Cassie. Give me a break. Marlene could have fooled anyone.
Didn't fool me.
You telling me one look at her and you knew she was a guy?
Well, Tom, it's nothing to worry about it. A lot of guys go through periods of gender confusion.
Oh, I'm not going through gender confusion.
No, not you. Of course not. Look, why don't we go back to the station and see if the lab results are in on Tina's lipstick?
You go ahead. I told my dad I'd meet him for a little Ryan ball during lunch.
Ryan ball.
Yeah, it's a fun little game where he gets to stand in one place while I run my ass ragged trying to catch his lousy throws.
Did you find out what's going on?
No, I didn't say anything. I know it's not about money or sex.
Wasn't about money or sex with us either.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Whoa, whoa. I love you, but you got the worst arm in America.
No! No, that distinction is reserved for the Notre Dame quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be retiring his number. Speaking of which, how's it going for you?
Yeah. When the battalion chief explained to me all the benefits of early retirement, I somehow thought that was the answer.
Well, it's not like it's not something you haven't been thinking about for a long time.
I know. I thought there'd be a million things to do. But somehow those million things got done in 6 months.
And now you're bored.
It's more than that, Tommy. I don't know what to do with the rest of my life. All I know how to be is a firefighter. Now that's gone.
Well, what about another career?
Name one that doesn't mean standing at some fast food counter asking, is that with or without the special sauce?
What's Mom say?
She stopped making suggestions. I don't blame her. It's not her fault. I've been behaving like a horse's butt. Trouble is, I can't change.
Well, we'll think of something for you. Don't worry about it. Go deep.
Hey, you're not gonna believe this.
Someone confessed?
The lipstick report came in on Tina. It's not a match. But we got the full autopsy back on Roxy. She was pregnant, 7 weeks in.
Hello. It's not looking good for Harmon Lang, is it? I found that in your windshield.
What is it?
I don't know.
This looks like a prenuptial agreement between Lang and Roxy. Who would want us to know about their prenup?
Well, Lang said it was different with Roxy than it was with his other wives.
Well, apparently not.
This isn't even signed by Roxy.
So Lang, enraged his bride-to-be, is pregnant, bisexual, and unsigned.
And decides to end the affair by killing her.
Who did give us this?
Gina? Nino? Deep Throat? I don't know. Someone who wants us to think it was Lang.
Want to hear Lang's side?
Yeah.
Now, what's so important that you wanted to ask me?
Your daughter doesn't mind that you have an office right next to hers?
If she had a choice, she probably would. Fortunately, I have a controlling stock position. But that isn't what you wanted to know, is it?
Mr. Lang, did you drop a prenuptial agreement between Roxy and yourself?
No, never.
You had prenuptials with your other two wives. We checked with your lawyer.
Yes, that's true. But I didn't feel it was necessary with Roxy. She has money of her own. I didn't need any protection.
Well, then, can you explain this?
Is that your signature?
Yes, it is. But I've never seen this document before in my life.
You mind if we take a look at your other prenuptials?
Not at all.
Can we take these? I'd like to have the signatures compared.
Be my guest.
Now, you're not going to leave town, are you? I mean, you don't have a business trip planned or something, Mr. Lang?
No, I have nothing planned. I already told you, Sergeant Ryan. I did not kill Roxy.
Well, you see, the thing of it is that the coroner can't quite pinpoint the exact time of death.
You know, maybe you didn't run off into the night all embarrassed, and instead you stayed behind and you strangled Roxy McCall to death.
That's preposterous.
Some men can do some pretty weird things when they find out that their girlfriends are pregnant.
What are you saying?
She was 7 weeks along.
I had no idea.
Mr. Lang, you're under arrest for the murder of Roxy McCall.
Will you stop that?
What?
Biting your nails.
I'm not.
Yes, you were.
No, I'm not. I'm just seeing if my new cap has a snag on it.
You are lying to a superior officer.
And your partner.
I am not. Do you think we did the right thing?
It's a simple request. The DA does it all the time.
Not when it's a friend.
Lipschitz, will you stop it? DA Alexander won't file on Harmon Lang. Gotta release him.
Come on, Craig, show some mustard.
Says what we got is too circumstantial.
Well, what's it gonna take to convince him?
Find the woman Lang alleges was with Roxy on the night of her murder. She's either gotta be a witness or an accomplice. So go, go!
Quel dommage about Roxy. What shall I call you, sweet thing?
Angel.
Still got a lot of dogs in the traces in this one, Cass.
Yeah, and I'm bothered on how we got a copy of his prenup.
I hate being run in circles.
I can't figure out how you two can think being hungry.
Ooh, this looks incredible.
Well, you know, after 30 years cooking for a bunch of guys in the station house, pretty soon rice becomes pilaf, stew meat becomes stroganoff. Dig in.
Oh, you don't have to say it twice.
You know, I really enjoy cooking. There's something about putting all those ingredients together and watching people savor it. Huh? I oftentimes think that if I hadn't been a firefighter, I would have been a chef. You know?
Well, I'd say you did both pretty well.
I like to think I can't be copied.
Cassie, do you remember that story I told you about the counterfeit 20s?
Oh, how could I forget? I hung on to your every last word.
No. No, the important point of that article was that every new photocopier has an identifying footprint. So what if the prenup we saw was a fake?
And Lang claims that he had never even drawn up a prenup between him and Roxy.
Exactly.
Think it's something that Marnie could decipher?
Give it a try.
Okay, well, I'll call her on the way.
Ted, we gotta go.
This is so good.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll see you later.
There. You see it? Those black dots? They were made by a copying machine.
I Every page is original except the last one.
I've dreamt of being in a dark room with you, Tom. Usually we're alone and unclothed.
Oh! Marnie, can we keep our mind on this, please? Just tell me what machine made this.
Every copying machine at this level of sophistication is required to lay down a serial number and manufacture it with a specific pattern of yellow dots.
Those look black to me.
Right. Well, to the naked eye, yellow's invisible. But wash it with a blue filter and the yellow dots turn black and visible. The structure of the pattern will tell us who made the machine, and the dots will tell us which machine it is.
And how soon before you know which machine made this one?
Tom and I could probably take a leisurely soak in my hot tub, sip a glass of claret, slide between my satin sheets.
Why don't you just call me when you got it, okay?
You're weakening, Tom. I can feel it.
Second thought, I'll call you.
Ow. Hey.
Bet you'd be asleep by now.
Yeah. I got to thinking I couldn't.
Thinking, huh?
About what? You think you'll ever really write the great song?
Oh. Probably not. I mean, if I was really any good at that, I guess I'd be doing it instead of being a cop, right? Why?
Nothing.
That's it? Nothing?
Don't make something out of everything, okay, Tom?
No, it's not okay, because I'm tired and I'd rather just cut to the chase. What version of Ryan Ball are we playing this time?
Now, don't talk smart mouth to me.
Look, you want to just be a martyr, fine, but I'm not going to support that.
Oh, support, huh? Let's talk about support. Who was there for you when you got hurt playing ball? After your divorce, who was there for you? Me, that's who. Now I need a little help. Where's your support?
Well, just tell me what's wrong, and I'll do anything you want. But don't ask me to weep and wring my hands, because that's not me. What'll it be?
I hate this retirement. I feel so damn useless.
You want to fight it?
Sure. How?
If I can think of something for you to do, would you?
Sure, you got any suggestions?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Oh, swell.
Hey. At least we pinpointed the problem. Why don't we just sleep on it?
Yeah, okay. You know something? You got a smart mouth.
You know something? I know. Guess where I inherited it.
What do you think you're doing?
I think we're waiting for you.
What's going on here, Dad?
I think you already know, Taylor.
We're having a little trouble finding something on your computer. Maybe you can help us out.
I hope you have a warrant.
Actually, we don't need one. Your father gave us permission. He still is a majority owner, isn't he?
So what is it you're looking for exactly?
Well, specifically, we're looking for a prenuptial agreement that you altered to make it look like it was between your father and Roxy McCall.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We know that the prenuptial conveniently left with us was made from your copier.
Many people have access to the company copier, including my father.
Why are you doing this, Taylor?
Or should he call you Angel? That's the name that Marlene said you gave her last night. She identified you as the mystery woman with Roxy.
Did you do it? Did you kill Roxy?
I think I'd better get a lawyer.
Absolutely. It's a pretty shade of lipstick you're wearing. Looks like the same color that we found on parts of Roxy's body. Clinique, hypoallergenic. Can I take a look at your lipstick?
We do have a warrant.
Fine. I have nothing to hide.
Oh, that's a dumb move, Taylor.
No, A dumb move is my father here knocking up that sweat queen, Roxy. Do you know what she was planning for you, Dad? She was gonna have you come back into the business, kick my hard-working butt out of here. Being the president's wife sounded a lot better to her than retired playboy's wife.
I never would let that happen.
That's bull, Dad, and you know it.
So you pretended to be gay just so you could get close to Roxy and then kill her?
It was a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
The news that Roxy was pregnant? No prenuptial between your father and Roxy? It's all pretty tight, Taylor.
I ain't giving you the business, Taylor.
I had to fight you to get it the first time, so I don't think so.
How can you hate me so much?
Because you breathe air.
Okay, Taylor. Put the gun down.
Bye, Daddy.
Just put the gun down!
See you in hell.
Taylor.
Okay. I got the answer.
What the hell is going on
This
here?
is the answer. Just wait here a second. Cassie, you ready?
Yeah.
Dad? What else do you do well?
Welcome to What in Blazes? Do you have a reservation?
What is going on here?
You cook. Huh? You cook. You're a great chef.
Wait, you want me to open a restaurant here?
Oh, no. Back in Boston.
I can't open a restaurant.
Why not? You're a great cook. You tell great stories. It'd be the rage.
Listen, I gotta know maybe a dozen cops from the North End. I tell them, they tell others. Before you know it, you can't get a reservation for lunch or dinner.
Cassie came up with the name. What could be more perfect than What in Blazes for a retired fireman?
Your mother.
She loves it. She knows all about it. We're gonna pick her up at the airport tonight.
You did all this for me?
Just don't let it go up in smoke.
Oh, she didn't say that.
I love you, son. Yeah. Well, I love you too.